You are listening to the Talk Story Radio Network.
Welcome to another edition of Swoop's World, right here on the new Talk Story Radio Network. Swoop's World, where you get all you need to know about arts, culture, news, and happiness. Our number, if you want to give us a call tonight, is 562-912-3444. You can always email us at swoopsworld@gmail.com, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Once again, if you want to give us a call, that number is 562-912-3444. Now just sit back and enjoy another edition of Swoop's World on the new Talk Story Radio Network. Hello, welcome to another edition of Swoop's World Late Night. It is December 16th, 2015. This is probably going to be our last show of the year. I'd like to welcome back to the show five-time national champion, two-time All-American, our good friend and colleague, Anthony Davis. He played two sports over USC, football and baseball. Played in the NFL, the CFL, the USA Network, and you name it, Pop Warner, everything, man. How you doing, brother?
Everything. I'm the football vagabond.
always great to have a chance to chat with you, man, and catch up and talk about the things happening in the wide world of sports. And let's jump right into it. Back in February, we talked, and you mentioned a young kid out of Crespi High named Wes Massett, and apparently he's playing college ball now. He was at I believe somewhere in Jacksonville University,
right.
And now he's looking to move over to Nebraska. But you had a lot of good things to say about him. Tell us a little bit about Wes.
Well, first of all, he came out of high school, went to down to Jacksonville University, and obviously things didn't work out for him there. I mean, not to say, but he wasn't existed. They fired all the coaches. So that changed everything from what I understand. The thing is, I saw Wes play at Crespi High School, and and I know it's very political these days. You got to get on a website, you got to have film and all. I understand as a former collegiate and a former pro, and as a former quarterback in high school, who would have played on all levels of the same position. You look at the Russell Wilson, the Michael Vicks today. I could have done that very easily. When I saw him perform, based on it was a limited offense, and you didn't see all his talent given in that system. This kid can make all the throws, the short, the medium, and the deep throw. He's very mobile. He's had some injuries. One year he stayed out for a whole year because I think he broke his arm or something like that, or hurt his knee. But the bottom line is, this kid can play. And if he has an option, I understand that Nebraska's looking at him, and I want to say, if anybody in Nebraska listening, especially Mike Riley, who I know, you need to bring this kid in, see what he can do, and you'll see what I saw. I saw it on the game conditions, but he'll see it. Any football mind that sees this kid will know he can play.
He's a lefty, right?
He's left-handed, and he's very mobile, and that's one thing I saw. He has good feet. He has a good command of the field. He's a good field general out there, and that's what you look. Those are the qualities you see in the quarterback. And he has a command of the team. So I saw all that stuff, but he was very limited in the offense he showed. You really didn't see what he could do. But you have to have a good eye, which I pride myself on. I know, and I pictured him in another system.
Mm-hmm.
And
is Nebraska's current system a good fit for him?
Well, I mean, they got good pieces around him based on what I saw.
Yeah.
As you know, Riley was at Oregon State. He was at San Diego Chargers. And, he's never won a national title. He's never won a Pac-8, Pac-10, and Pac-12 title. I mean, he's had good talent. He's had some success up at Oregon State. But, he hasn't really got over the hump because, everything's measured by championships and who you win and who you beat and who you produce. And I'm just saying this would be a great – if they give him an opportunity in Nebraska, they will see what I saw. Now, if they're going to question me as a former player, collegiately and all this kind of stuff, but they need to smoke because those guys up there on that coaching staff didn't go as far as I did and do what I did. So I'm putting credibility on that. I know the kid can play.
Yeah. When you talk about walk on, you've said it so many times when you talk about on the NFL level, guys that go undrafted or guys things like that. There's so much talent out there that can show up someplace and fit a system and do great. I mean, you look at this kid that's playing for the Seahawks now, running back when Alan Lynch is out. He was undrafted. He's got better numbers than Lynch was having this year. When you talk about a kid walking on from one university to another, how difficult is that?
Well, it can be difficult due to the fact that you got the political issue going, there's limited scholarships, you make commitments to other people and stuff, but I mean, talent prevails. It comes to the top. But here's the issue today. There's so many kids out there today on all levels. Either one way, either got hurt, or they had to go to a junior college, they had some setbacks or here and there. You hear all the stories.
Right.
I mean, one of the stories. He's a diamond in the rough. I mean, and I don't run around talking about people like that all the time. But I mean, I saw something special in this kid. Like I always talked about Pete Carroll and how he's able to pick people when everybody else don't see him. Somebody has to see him. That's what Belichick's great about.
Yeah.
They know how to pick the talent, and they know how to see stuff. Like, I keep coming back. Tom Brady, 6th-round draft choice. No, everybody thought he was just a law. Man, he was a turd. Look at him now, 13 years later. Was that 6 Super Bowl appearances, 4 championships?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of guys walking out there like that. I'm not saying that Wes Nassar would be that way, but I'm saying he has the talent and upside. With the right pieces around him, he can flourish. That's how strong I feel about his ability.
Right.
There's a lot of guys like him. The problem is he got mixed something. He transferred to school. The systems are wacky. For some reason they didn't see his overall potential, what he can do in different formations, different sets. I mean, he was very limited, and and his stuff is sky the limit. So I hope he gets a great shot. I hope they open their eyes and see it, because let me tell you something. It ain't like Nebraska's been throwing people on fire. I haven't seen no national title runs. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen either. I mean, they can use somebody like that.
Yeah. Well, I happened to listen to the interview you gave us back on that day. I think the term you said he's the white Russell Wilson, and be able to move and throw and make good game decisions, and nothing's changed now.
Well, first of all, I mean, I'm gonna go step on the line and say this: he can play at SC. That's how much I feel about him and his ability. Yeah. He can play at USC and flourish. Period. I'm putting my name on the line like that. The kid can play.
Wow.
And I don't run around, doing that. But I mean, it's kids that don't get an opportunity either through poor guidance on the field, poor coaching. Some coaches don't have a clue. They chew these kids up and spit them out. I'm not saying that happened to Wes. He just didn't get able to flourish in an offense that will produce what I saw as a player.
Right.
I saw what he can do in a limited situation. You see, so I visualize him being in all kind of sets on the field, and how you can create stuff around him with different pieces. That's what I saw.
Well, I think I told you before. I've never seen him play. I saw some film of him, and there were some things he did. They were outstanding, especially for a high school kid. I mean, he was making throws right on the money, sometimes off balance, sometimes off the wrong foot, and guys are catching it in stride, and just a lot of ability out there. And I'd love to see him play on a bigger scale.
That's what I saw. Now, I'm saying, what if this kid was in a serious system with the pieces around him? Being not so many pieces is what he can do and create. See, not only he can work within a system, but he can create outside of the system, too. He can add mid and stuff. That's the quality of a player that has the ability to adapt in any situation. You know, a lot of people can't do that.
Right.
But he can. And then he's still a baby. He's gonna get big. He's gonna get stronger. He's gonna get bigger. He's gonna get stronger. And he's a 6'2" guy. And he's just gonna get stronger. That's all it is. He's not even reached his potential yet. But giving has got to be in. Somebody has to say, I'm trying to tell people this kid can play.
Right. Well, I'm gonna keep my.
He can play. He can play at any school in the Pac-12. He can play anywhere. He's a diamond in the rough.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears open, and hopefully he gets a shot at Nebraska and get a chance to watch him play this year. You know, T-Bone's a huge Nebraska fan, so I'll have to get a hold of him and see if he's got any pull over there.
Well, you need to tell Voodoo you need to tell T-Bone to rub that magic glass and stuff. And cook up one of them T-bone steaks.
Well, indeed, the bowl season is upon us. It looks like they all starting the 19th. That's this week.